Oh, howdy all, grab yourself a drink. It is time for some Path of Exile 1 discussion. Actually, skip the drink. This is going to be a short video, but today we got some big news about what's happening with Path of Exile 1's next main release. More on that in a sec, and also something on what's coming up in the interim. Now, you may notice here that I'm sitting at 30 out of 40 challenges done. I'm actually pretty close to 40. I've done all of the really grindy ones. I just haven't done some of the really fiddly ones. But this is going to give you the deadline. So if you do want to complete all of the Mirage challenges, then there's some very important information here as well. So currently, the release date for 3.29 has been set in stone internally in Grinding Gear Games for a while now. So they're very confident they're going to make this release date. And it is going to be the 24th of July in United States and similar time zones. For me, it'll be 6 a.m. on the 25th of July. And the GGG live event is going to be taking place 8 days beforehand. Note that this is back to 8 days beforehand. Path of Exile 2's 0.5.0, that had the GGG live event, the main live stream, take place 22 days before league start. That was somewhat of a one-off. Now we're back to being 8 days beforehand. Now, in the interim, Grinding Gear Games are going to be hosting a special event. I'm assuming that because this is a Path of Exile 1 news post, this is going to be a Path of Exile 1 special event rather than something Path of Exile 2 related. So keep an eye out for details on this. We'll share more information in due course, and we hope to see you all at the live reveal in a few weeks. Some of the past special events that they've run, some of them have been big hits, some of them have been just a bit less successful, but typically what they're there for is for people who play enough that they're always level 90 and completed almost all of the Atlas by, say, day 3 or 4 of the league. For those players, this is something that should be a lot of fun, usually involve just compressing a lot of gameplay into a short period of time. A couple examples of the sorts of things they might do here. They can do a fresh start. So this is basically everyone starts over on the beach again. And there's a couple of additional difficulty mods that may or may not have associated rewards tied to them. This can be one thing that they'll do. Sometimes they'll have access to the Freesia only ascendancies, which play very differently to the core game ascendancies. And sometimes they'll have really, really radical differences like Endless Delve or rule sets that involve the Freesia idols. The Freesia idols just totally rework the way that endgame works in Path of Exile 1. So there's all sorts of things like that that they can do. And which one they've chosen to do, I guess we're going to have to find out. And for those of you that don't play enough to justify that, Mirage League itself is still going to be continuing, so you'll be able to keep playing your Mirage League characters, or if you play even slower and you need more time to get going, then of course you've still got your Standard League characters as well. Now, the Mirage Challenge League, this is going to end at July 20th, 3 p.m. in PDT, US PDT, so you can convert that into whatever your own time zone is. So there's still several weeks left to complete any remaining challenges if you haven't finished them yet, as is the case for me. Right now, I'm playing Path of Exile 2 primarily, but there's a bit of a deadline, and honestly, I like bouncing between the two games. Whatever's had the newest release gets, say, 80% of my playtime, whichever game has had the less recent release gets around 20%, so that tends to be the way that I'll be working, and that means that the Mirage challenges, I'll probably finish them all next week. Anyways, this is the situation with Path of Exile 1's 3.29 expansion. 328 was one of the high points of the game, I think, in recent times. And I'm not really sure that you can put it down to one thing. There was a new Atlas. There was a whole lot of new cool little secrets to discover. Like a lot of things that had gone legacy coming back in various ways in the Mirage areas. Even things as simple as the heist contracts that have enchantments on them. But even things that were more exciting like that. Like some of the infamous modifiers from Mercenaries League. All these sorts of things coming back in interesting ways that you could target farm in Mirage if you were interested in them. I think that was a really interesting thing that they've done, and I'm keen to see what they're cooking at the moment. But at least now we have a timeline, and even better than having a timeline, I can plan some time off for the end of June and know that I'm not going to be missing any really critical announcements in that period. I'm going to leave it there. May your volatile Varlorbs have interesting results.